It's dark outside. It's quarter, well, it's actually getting light now. It's just gone 7. And it's Monday morning. And the government has said they're going to build a nuclear power plant. Radiation. They're going to radiate us. There's already nuclear power plants going on. It's going to be 48% owned by the Chinese. What, there's no sort of like defence, there's no sort of like security issues with the what about they start radiating our brains? What about that? Who's going to stop them? And then EDF, they're going to build, it's going to be the first privately built thing. They're going to control it. They're going to say, you ain't fucking paid fuck all in. So they're guaranteed, nailed on, £94 a megawatt. Well, I don't know what's that mean? That means the government have guaranteed to EDF they will pay them double the going rate, whatever that might be. They will pay them fucking double because we need the energy. What about if they put £50 billion, instead of putting it into HS2, they put a solar panel on every house in the UK? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine a solar panel on every single house in the UK? Surely they could do that. Surely they could do that for less than 50 billion. And we'd all have solar panels and we could connect it to the grid and it'd be free energy. Free energy. Free fucking energy forever. Forever. Like even if the sun don't, just a little bit of sunshine, I know we're living in, but we could harness that energy. We could run it. We could control it. That'll be it. There'll be no more drilling, no more radiation, no more nuclear, no more fracking. Can you imagine it? No more money for the energy companies. No more money for the government. That's what they don't want. No more money for their mate. They want to control the means of production. They want to have war. War is good for business. They don't want to build solar panels. You would destroy everything. You would destroy their capability of making money. The largest companies in the world are oil and gas. Want to drill in the Arctic. They're out drilling. Gazprom are out drilling in the middle of the Arctic. Speaking to a fella from Greenpeace yesterday, he said if that fucking goes off and the ice sheet in it and there's a leak, and they will never get down there. That could be catastrophic. You know, they go anywhere to drill. They're out in Canada, they're out in fucking Nigeria, they ruin habitats. But can you imagine if we had solar panels, all that would stop? We wouldn't need to do any of that anymore. We would all just have, you should have a fucking solar panel on your fucking nut. Imagine you're walking around, you got a solar panel. That would give you, there'd be no more need for drugs. There'd be no more of that drink that everyone drinks, Red Bull. You wouldn't need that. You'd have your nut and fucking solar. Imagine I should have one on my fucking car. They should put solar panels everywhere. Fucking do the street lights, run cars. They could have them in shops, on trains, on aeroplanes, on farms, on factories. Can you imagine? We could harness that. You know, I read a fact, right, that the sun emits enough energy in 1 second. In 1 fucking second! That is equivalent to all the energy that we have ever created on this planet. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine, right, out in the middle of the fucking desert, right? Think about this. Out in the middle of the fucking desert, any fucking desert. Let's take the Middle East, for example. And they put fucking solar panels. They fucking covered that desert. It was just like fields and fields of solar panels. How much fucking energy would that be? Oh my, do you imagine a fucking field in the middle of the desert of solar panels plugged in, straight in? Can you imagine? That would be fucking amazing, mate. You would, do you know those cities? They're like the fucking Abu Dhabi in Qatar and Dubai. Do you know they're all run on fossil fuels? Even without that baking sun, because they don't want to stop. Oil is addiction. Energy, nuclear, fusion, fucking radiation. Why are they so interested in fracking, in putting chemicals in the ground? Why are they interested in nuclear? Surely there's people that have invented things like they could make a really nice solar fucking roof design. You know, this roof, you wouldn't even notice it was all tar, but really, it was camouflage. Underneath it was a fucking, don't be stupid. That would stop everything. The top 100 companies in the world, the fucking government, they would lose everything. Cause like, you know, imagine if people got free energy. It's fucking over. It's over. Their control, their power, their access to money. You know, right at the moment, the way that they've got society is like people with key meters. People, elderly, they're going to freeze to death. They've got people. And that's how they want people. They will start wars for it. Look at Iraq. A war where they've killed people and a million people and sectarian violence and they're pumping oil out every day near Basra, Ramallah oil field. You know, America spends a third of its money on military. You know, that's you know who pays for the war, don't you? You do. Like, wars are paid for by raising taxes. And that's what they want. They want the tax money because that's... And how they see that through giving people like subsidies and charging and energy and oil and mining. That's what the whole thing's about. They would never go. They will always discredit anything that's green or they make it in the media, because see, they have the media on their side, and they make it in the media that green is bad. Green is really bad. It's bad. You gotta hate that green man. You gotta hate that green man. He cost you money. He cost you fucking money. And they carry that message every fucking day. You need nuclear. You need to be fused. You need to be radiated. That's what they want. Because the green man, he's like really bad. He costs you money. He will freeze your kids. He will freeze your granny and your granddad. And that's the message they want to carry. They don't want you. They would never want you self-sufficient. Oh my fucking God. Can you imagine? No more wars. No more drilling. No more environmental disasters. No more oil in the sea. No more radiation in the sea like in Fukushima. No, actually, like you could put the money back into the grid, and it'll be free for everybody. You know, whatever excess you could give it away. Wow. It's just an idea. It's all up there, all up there, all up there, all up there, all up there.